Happy Victory Monday, everybody. It's the fourth straight Victory Monday. If you would have asked me 4 weeks ago if the Patriots were going to have 4 straight dubs, I probably would have said yeah with the schedule that they had. But they absolutely blew out the Tennessee Titans 31-13, get their 4th straight win, and the vibes are high. It's immaculate. It seems like the Patriots, they might be contenders in the NFL, specifically in the AFC, because honestly, the AFC's kind of weak. And with the rest of your schedule coming up, it's extremely, extremely easy. Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. Also got some Overreaction Monday takes, as I do every single Monday morning. But I want to ask you guys a question. I got a question. Patriots win total. Now that they are 5-2 on the season, and they also have to play the Browns, you got to play the Bengals, you got to play the Giants, you got to play the Jets twice, the Dolphins again. You're at 5 wins. I just listed 5 teams right there. That could be 5 wins right there. What do you think is going to be? 10.5 wins. Go down in the comment section right now. Give me an over or give me an under. My first overreaction, and I've kind of said this a little bit, but now I'm like fully on board, and the Patriots are here. And when I mean they're here, it's, oh my God, if you're a non-Patriots fan, if you're an NFL fan, you got to be like, you got to be kidding me. This team is back. This team is here. Yeah, we're good again. And you got to deal with it. Just on Sunday against the Titans, I mean, the offense just seemed like it was clicking and clicking and clicking. 387 yards. The passing, Drake Maye was great. 21 for 23. Yeah, Josh Dobbs had to come in for a couple plays, and he made an amazing play on 3rd down. Props to him. That kept the drive going, and that led to the Ramondre Stevenson touchdown. And then on the rush, 175 yards. Drake Maye had over 50 yards rushing, 4.9 average. What did we talk about all this week? Got to get the running game going, which they did. And they're taking care of the football. That's the biggest thing right there. And then the time of possession, they just controlled the game. And then on defense, look at the rushes. You held the Titans to 39 yards total rushing. Come on. Passing yards, 216. You held Cam Ward to that. Only 255 yards of offense. You forced 2 turnovers, 1 interception, and one of the comedy, like we talk about, remember last year, if you saw the Will Levis kind of memes, Cam Ward's doing it himself. And Kayvon Chason was the reason for that. But this team, the Patriots, just look incredible right now. And it feels amazing to be a fan. And now that you got the dub and the Bills are on a bye week, you have sole first place of the AFC East. Ladies and gentlemen, the Patriots are back, and they are here, and we are going to run the table. I don't mean like you're going to win every game. I don't think the Patriots are going to win 10 straight games. But your schedule coming up is cake. And you can see this picture I saw on Twitter. I was like, oh, this is perfect. Titans 1-5. The Browns 1-5. The Jets are 0-6. The Bengals are 2-4. Yeah, shout out to Flacco. And then the Ravens, the Jets again, and then the Dolphins. Now the Ravens will get Lamar Jackson back, which is kind of interesting, but still, they seem like a joke. Their defense is awful, and good luck trying to stop Drake Maye, Kayshon Boutte, Stephon Diggs, and everybody else. It's awesome. Next overreaction, and I am going to start this narrative. I think it's already been started by every other person in the media. I mean, Dan Orlovsky is a big guy on Drake Maye. He's top 5 this season, and you cannot argue any other thing possible. What he did on Sunday was incredible. Week in and week out. 21 for 23. 222 yards. They didn't throw the ball that much in the 4th quarter because they were already up so much. They're kind of laying down in the 4th quarter of games because they're dominating. We saw last week against the Saints, when it was 3rd down, you needed to convert the game. You needed to get a 1st down and end the game. What did Drake Maye do? Convert that 3rd down. He does it week in and week out at another QB rating of over 130. Here's the passing chart. And you can see he's not just like the completion percentage is great, but he's not just throwing the ball like 2 yards down the field. He's going deep for a touchdown. He's throwing it more than 10 yards down the field. He's throwing it more than 15 yards down the field. And only 4 passes that were behind the line of scrimmage. Drake Maye is airing this ball out, and I think they asked him about it, and he said, well, I just don't want to be called a check down Charlie. But it's not. It could be like, oh, this person had a really good game. But when you get to do it every single week, when he does it in week 4 against in week 4 after against the Panthers. Then you do it against the Bills. Then you do it against the Saints. And now you're doing it against the Tennessee Titans. It's happened way too many times for just to be a good game. This is what Drake Maye is, and he's doing better than half the NFL. Half the NFL. He's top 5. I said it before. I think it's Mahomes right now, and this is just, that's not saying top 5. This is this season. Patrick Mahomes, Baker Mayfield, Drake Maye. And then somehow, some way, you got to put Daniel Jones on that list, which is crazy to say. Crazy to say. But Drake Maye, he's arrived. So are the Patriots. That's why you subscribe to the channel. We were live on Sunday. I didn't make it, but shout out to producer Avery and also Jack for hosting most of the show. I got back in time just for the end of the game. But that's why you subscribe. Daily videos. We're bringing you overreactions. We're bringing you instant reaction. And then every single time something happens, I got you covered. When breaking news happens, if a trade happens, because we're in the trade season, we got you. All 100% free. It's all free. Just click that sub button and join the 33,000 subscribers, all the Patriots fans that love Patriots Today. And also, while you're at it, you can get this amazing deal that we have going on right now. Chatsports.com/PatsT. $20 off. It's a shirt. It's a Nike t-shirt for $15. How often do you get a Nike nice Patriots t-shirt for less than $20? You don't. So it's almost 60% off. You can get yours today. Chatsports.com/PatsT. We'll have that in the comments and description of today's video. Gonna go negative because I always have just kind of takeaways where I look at where it's just, whatever. But Carlton Davis keeps struggling, and it's starting to get a little bit of a concern to me because he needs to play better. And you have Christian Gonzalez, who's playing amazing, and you also have Marcus Jones, who's becoming a breakout cornerback at 5'8". But Chimere Dike, who's the rookie wide receiver for the Titans, had his kind of breakout game himself. 4 catches, 70 yards, 1 touchdown, 17.5 yards per catch. Then Van Jefferson, the washed old man that was wide receiver 3 on the Rams when they won the Super Bowl 4 years ago, had 4 catches for 41 yards. And then we want to talk about Van Jefferson being an old man. Then you had Tyler Lockett making some plays for 2 catches and 18 yards, 9 yards per catch. And you're all probably thinking, well, Brett, it's not just Carlton Davis. It's a combination of everybody. Well, if you look at Christian Gonzalez, and shout out to Carlos A. Lopez for kind of tweeting out these stats, this is what Christian Gonzalez was in coverage. 39 snaps, only 2 targets, 1 catch allowed, 15 yards allowed total, and 5 tackles. So if it's only allowing 15 yards himself, how did Chimere Dike get 70 yards? How did Van Jefferson get 40? Because Carlton Davis is the guy in coverage. That's the problem. I know some of it's on the safety. Kyle Duggar was also there, but obviously it's not Christian Gonzalez. If you could see, he's only allowing 15 yards. Carlton Davis has to be better. He has to play better. And I've said it before. You're going up against cakewalk teams. You got to play the Atlanta Falcons, who has Darnell Mooney and Drake London. You are going up against good wide receivers. And then the week after, we don't know if Chris Godwin or Mike Evans is going to play, but you go up against Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Bucks. Your secondary is going to have to be perfect to win those ball games. And Carlton Davis hasn't been. This is one of the first plays. We didn't even talk about L.K. Manor, and he had a big play right at the first quarter of the game. It was coming out from Taylor Kyles, who covers the Patriots, and Mike Vrabel always makes fun of him for just being an absurd, football analytical film-watching mastermind, which he's a great follow on Twitter. Carlton Davis slips and falls, and then L.K. Manor gains a big play because he was guarding a crosser, and he slips and falls, catches the pass. That can't happen. That cannot happen against good teams. I'm not super concerned just yet, but if Carlton Davis keeps playing like this over and over and over, then we're going to have to start having a conversation. And my last overreaction, this pass rush is top 5. Top 5, top 5, top 5. It's crazy. Every single player feels like they just get to the quarterback, and you can go in the interior. You have Milton Williams, who got a sack today. 5 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 1 QB hit. Okay, he played great. Then you have Christian Barmore that's playing great, but then you also have Kayvon Chaisson, who just had an absolute day against the Titans. He was eating that offensive line. 3 tackles, 2 for loss, 2 sacks, 2 QB hits, and also a fumble 6 for a touchdown because he was getting pressure on Cam Ward. And then you also had the revenge game for Harold Landry. He got a sack himself. You sacked Cam Ward 5 times. And that's not just, I know the Titans' offensive line sucks, and I said it on my keys to victory that you're going to have to blitz him, but the defensive line played great, and they're playing great every single week. Milton Williams and Christian Barmore are some of the best interior defensive linemen in the league statistically. Now, I did talk about a trade, and I love what you have in your starting front 5, but I think that a trade still should happen. I talked about you need a little bit more depth on the team. And Diana Rossini, she had an article about all the trade kind of rumors that she heard throughout the NFL. And this is what she said about the Patriots. They're not making calls for a running back, so that tells you they like Terrell Jennings. But they have talked to teams about pass rushers. They're fielding calls on several of their own players. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Kyle Duggar and probably Anthony Jennings, maybe even Keon White as well, because Keon White is not one of your depth guys. You cannot have it. I want Arden Key, and he plays on the Titans. If you can make a trade for him, you would excel. You get a lot of depth on this defensive line. Well, because if someone gets hurt, God forbid, knock on wood, you're cooked. Do the Patriots have a top 5 pass rush in the NFL? I'm going yes. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up, yes or no, down in the comments section. Got a good game next week. I mean, they just blew out the Miami Dolphins, which is comedy. But the Cleveland Browns. And this is going to be another one of those trap games. I'm expecting the Patriots to probably be 6.5, 7-point favorites. 6-7, yeah. But they're going up against Dylan Gabriel, who's played decent, and Quinshon Judkins, the other Ohio State running back that looks better than TreVeyon Henderson right now, and it's really starting to annoy me. But you're winning games. And this is another one that you can go out and then become 6-2, and you're just you keep growing and growing and growing this record and making yourself a bigger contender in the AFC. That's going to do it for the latest episode of Patriots Today by Chat Sports. Make sure you hit that sub button. Let's now get to 34,000 subs. Let's do it. And as always, let's go Pats.